us. It comes from God, and it comes through others from God, as we are all channels for divine energy. If that resonates, you're probably in the right place. If it doesn't, you can always leave at any time. We're here to learn about David Hawkins' scale of consciousness and a technique to tell truth from falsehood. Has anyone heard of David Hawkins? She's got the book. Hi, Evie. I have a seat. And Stewart is the one who found David Hawkins for us. Come in. He's such an uplifting, kind, funny, gentle soul. So we're very happy to know about him. And I'll just finish this. And we're going to practice ways to send out, come in, and enhance our own energy. How many people like to enhance their energy? Yeah, probably not a single person in the room who doesn't. I mean, we all feel better, don't we, when we're charged up, when we're fully at full throttle, and we have all of this. So I'm going to hand over to Stewart in a minute, but we're just going to do these 3 quick practices. And Stewart, you're going to introduce us. This is our opening practice. This is to set.
Before we start, I've got to start with the sway test.
Yeah, you can do that.
So, hi everyone. How do you tell truth from falsehood? It's a good question. Sorry?
Muscle testing.
Muscle testing, okay. So the quickest one I've ever heard of is called the sway test. Has anyone heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you know how to do it?
Yeah, then you weren't supposed to have to separate, so you ask you one question, yes or no.
Okay,
So
there's a slightly different version of that.
We're going to all have a try.
This one.
So you stand up.
Well, just a bit, all sit down
Okay,
while I
sit down.
just explain it.
We're a bit like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just explain the idea. The idea is that when you're in the right state of mind, you sort of say you want to be quiet, focused, no distractions, so you do it quietly. And if you say something that's true or positive, and this is testing your connection to the universal library of truth, okay? Usually works better with women than men, but we've all got that facility, we've all got that connection that can be improved. So you stand up. Standing up is the easiest way. So if I say something that is true, and we're going to calibrate ourselves first of all, right? So I'll just show you how I do it. So I calibrate myself by saying, just watch me. I just say, my name is Stewart, and I go forward. So now I go say, my name is Eric, and naturally I go backwards. So that is I've calibrated myself. I know my yes and my no. So then, simply you can just take something, some vitamins or something from the supermarket, hold it to your solar plexus and make the statement, this is good for me, and you'll get a yes or a no. It's very useful to have. Okay, does anyone want to try that?
How many people have already used the sway test? Yeah, great.
You have to just make sure you're really neutral first, don't you?
Yes.
Are you a
Yes.
kinesiologist too? Like, do you
I've done
practice?
it, yeah. Not,
Fantastic.
I'm not
Yes.
trained.
Yeah, not when you've had 10 cups of coffee and
Yeah.
you're rushing for the bus. Yeah.
So you calibrate yourself by using your name. My name is, and then just see what happens.
You can close your eyes so that you're in the... You can try a different name and see what happens. Like my name is John, if it isn't John.
Say it out loud.
Do it in your mind.
Do it in your head and you see which one you sway.
Yes, that's right. So you can sway when you say my name. If I say my name is Jenny, I sway back. that's my no. And if I say my name is April, I sway back. If I say my name is Katherine, you can feel an energy almost before you start to sway.
Can that vary from person to person?
Yes.
Absolutely, because it's tested our connection. Because we're all connected to the universal library of truth. Some connections are stronger than others. You know, I say women are usually more connected.
Maybe
The
speak a
master
bit
say
louder.
woman is psychic
Yeah.
man. So they're more in tune usually.
That's
But
right.
It doesn't mean to say us guys aren't.
Yeah.
So did that work for anyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, great.
No, yeah, she's still doing it. So we're going to house beside you is probably best because then you're more neutral, as this lady says over here. So you can have a play with this during the day.
I always thought the sway test was more about what your subconscious believes rather than it being plugged into the universal. Because then
Well, if
do
you
these
believe that your
processes-
name is what your name is, then it'll
Yeah,
work for you,
but
won't
if
it?
you do more beliefs, it's digging into what your subconscious believes, and then you change your subconscious to match what's out there.
Yes, I hear what you're saying. That's probably it's a very good observation, but it will be a longer one than we've got time for today. So maybe we can come back to that.
Right.
So we're going to do another practice. We're going to sit down and Stuart's going to talk us through. This is what we call an opening practice. Make sure you say it with a reasonably loud voice.
Okay.
So that the people at the back can hear.
Okay.
And he's going to, so this is something that we do pretty much on a daily basis. And it's a bit like, you get up, you brush your teeth, or you have a shower, or, just wash your face. This is like a very good grounding, cleansing, preparatory practice for the day. And we're all here. There may be some other latecomers, but it's a good way to start a
Yes, it's a
spiritual
good way
practice.
to raise up the consciousness.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
okay,
And it comes from, you can
if
just tell people where it maybe comes from, Stuart.
Okay.
This practice.
Right. This comes from a yogi master called George King, who we recommend to everyone if you want to know about truth. So to start
We're going
off
to come back to him later. So.
with your hands on your knees, just on the legs, just so the fingers are touching the knees. Fingers spread out, spine straight, head slightly tilted up, and breathing deeply.
Make sure that your feet are below your knees as well, so that your back, it's easier to keep your back straight.
So spread fingers out on the knees, and now with the mind's eye,
Undo your top button if you need to as well, because otherwise you may not be able to breathe, which is important.
okay, take 1 or 2 deep breaths.
Down into the belly, feel the belly filling up like a balloon. And exhaling.
Now with the mind's eye, think down below the feet into the Mother Earth, the great goddess which gives us all of our needs, and gently request a violet flame to flow up from beneath the feet up into the feet. And we're going to visualize this violet energy flowing up now through our body from the bottom, flowing up through all of our bodies, filling the aura, rising up and up, giant waves of energy, going up past the head, through the head, up above the head as high as you can visualize. see yourself seated in this violet flame of transmuting, uplifting and protective energy. And now stop that visualization and think up to space above the head and bring down a brilliant spotlight of scintillating light into the top of the head. Allow this brilliant white energy to fill the brain, vibrating it all to higher frequency. And then allow this white light to flow down the neck, into down where the physical heart is, and then out the front of the body, 6 inches in front of the physical breastbone of the heart is the psychic center, the heart center. So from there, visualize this beam flowing out from you. And allow this white light to flow down the shoulders and arms and out from the psychic centers in the hands.
You can raise up the hands.
So now we're projecting these 3 beams of light out into the world. And this is the way that we send energy. The fingers together, and just visualize these 3 beams of light flowing out from you. And this is the way we uplift all life. Now the Christians, when they first began, they would send energy and pray like this. And the church came along and said, no, don't do that, do this. We can all see what that does. So there was something funny going on there. So
see if you can feel the
George
difference between this.
Explained that this is the way we pray, because prayer is sending out energy. It's not just making personal requests for anything. It's sending energy out for the world, for healing, to help any situation.
You can relax the arms now. Thank you.
Could anyone feel the light flowing out from them?
You can feel energy. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
We're going to come back to that.
Now
as
the
well.
reason I showed the
Is it-
sway test to begin with
Yes, carry on.
is because we're going to be coming out with some stuff that isn't orthodox, that isn't the perceived normal that we've all been taught. So you've got a way now, if you can do the sway test, to find your own truth and find out what's true and what's false.
Yeah, and the last practice that we'd like to introduce you to is one which is really good for calming the mind, which is alternate nostril breathing. Has anybody done this in the past? Great. So the one that we're going to do today is the simplest one. So this is a mudra, or hand sign. So if you hold your right hand up like that and you drop your first 2 fingers down like that, that's great. So for some people that might be a little tricky if you haven't done it very regularly. That's great. Has it? And yeah, so don't worry if you can't do that yet. Sometimes it takes a little while. Then we're going to use the right thumb to put on our right nostril to close it off. And we're going to exhale through the left. And then we're going to inhale through the left nostril. And exhale through the right.
And you use the fingers that you've got. Those are the 2
To close.
pieces for opening
Yeah,
and
you can
closing.
show.
like
It's probably
this.
better if you show it once first, and then you
Yeah.
do it.
Yes.
So if you're blocking off
Your right
the
nostril.
right nostril, here's the thumb, and then the left nostril is the fingers. So you just backwards and forwards like that.
So just
That's
have a
it.
quick go at shutting off your right nostril with your right thumb, and then shutting off the other one.
That's it.
So it's in one nostril blocked now with the other.
Yes, so the one that isn't blocked is the one that you breathe out of and then in to. So
you're
we'll just,
doing it out and then in. then
yes,
swap.
yes. So we'll just run through it again. Okay, so we're going to close off the right nostril with the right thumb. Exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril. Close off the left nostril with the fingers and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close off. Exhale through the left. We'll just make it simpler. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. So just continue that really simple. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. And just tune into yourself. See if there's any emotions. Just continue that. Close the eyes. Often emotions come up, and that's great. I cry often when I do this practice because it tunes me into something that wasn't uppermost in my consciousness. And make sure that you're sitting up nice and straight, and the head is aligned and the spine is, so yeah, for you, that's better, yeah. If you have done this many times, you can do your own version if you know a more advanced version.
How long would you do it for in a daily practice?
I don't do this exercise daily, but I do others. But we wanted to introduce people to simple practices. A lot of people, I practice homeopathy. A lot of people that we find are very stressed at the moment. They get very anxious, fearful, all sorts of emotions coming up. So this is a very calming practice. It really, so in answer to your question, I do this if I feel wound up.
Right.
I'll sit. So these practices are like a toolbox of things that you can use.
And
What
the effect
How long do
is,
you have to do nose breathing, nostril breathing? Like, swimming, how long do you have to do it for?
You can do it for as long or as short as you like. And in fact, what I like is what I call quick yoga, because we're all busy people. It's like us today, doing something like this, it's hard. We usually do Kundalini Yoga for about 20 minutes, a Kriya, a set of actions, exercises in the morning. In fact, we could show you what we do. And
can I just say that
yeah.
the effect of doing that exercise is to harmonise the left and right hemispheres of the brain. So it's like, and also it's calming, and it is the preparatory practice for doing meditation. So you're harmonising both hemispheres of the brain before you start.
You have to touch it.
And it is very calming just to sit and do that practice with the eyes closed.
It is,
Yeah.
and yes,
Can I ask you, I often have blocked nostrils.
yes,
Okay, so I can't do
you
this,
can do one, whichever one is not blocked. There's advanced yoga, but there's actually a cycle where the of prana, but do what you can, and if that's not a practice that works for you, do something else. Yeah.
There is a practice I've heard from Yogi Bhajan, Kundalini Yoga master. He says to do that, if you get a blocked nostril, hold your hand up and stretch it up as high as you can, and you'll find that nostril Well, unblock.
The side that is blocked.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's so much. We could, just to say, we'd love to like digress into lots of things, but we've only got a short time.
Yes.
So I want to show you the quick yoga practice that I do every day, which is sun salutation. And it's so important to keep physically active. Stuart's 73, I'm 63. The only times I injure myself is when I don't do my yoga, when I don't do my sun salutation. And I do it on our top of our house with the sun, if it's there. And it's just awesome, and I feel so good because what it's doing is it's honoring the higher energies in this solar system. The sun is the greatest energy in this solar system. Without it, we wouldn't be here. So stretch up. This is very quick. Stretch down. This is absolutely amazing for the back. If you have any back problems, do the sun salutation. And even if you can't do it particularly well at the beginning, don't worry, because you can do it as slowly as you like. There's loads of variations. This is like the, if you've got a strong core, you can do that. But if you haven't, you can go like this, and then you can walk your knees back, and then you can put your elbows down, and then you can go back, and then lie flat. So there's loads of like variations. I used to teach yoga to people who could hardly, get down. There's always a way to do it. So I just wanted to, that's our basic yoga practice every day. And it's fun and energizing, and you feel so good. So, we're talking about raising our vibrations, increasing our consciousness, to be physically fit and flexible is so beautiful. It means that the two of us, I have the same body as I had when I was 15. I can do the same things. I probably can't run as fast, but anything else, I can do it. We want to be like that. We want to go into old age feeling good. Our culture has got everyone walking around, with so many things wrong with them. It's become like, yes, you're going to get diabetes. Yes, you're going to get this. Yes, you're going to. No, you are not. If you set your mind to it, you can do anything.
So is there an age? Ageism just doesn't exist, right?
No, it doesn't.
Right. So, I can start doing yoga practice now. I have a friend who's 73 and she's just absolutely amazing. She stands on her hand, but she's been doing it ever since she was a teenager.
That's okay, but you can start any time.
But I'm never going to reach that flexibility, am I?
Yes,
Am
you
I?
will. Keep doing it. You'll reach it. Okay, we're going to move on because we're covering a lot in this.
Yeah.
Really, this is like a day thing which we're trying to squeeze into an hour. Stuart, Ray wanted something. You're in the way, darling. Yeah. Or Ray, can I suggest that maybe?
I'll go back. Yeah.
Yes, that
No,
might be
I've got
because we're going to be moving about, and that way you can see.
Yep.
So, done that. Stuart, you want to do David?
We just want to talk about Madame Blavatsky.
You want to do that one, yeah?
Has anyone heard of Madame Blavatsky? Yeah, she's sort of well maligned in the mainstream because anyone who's giving out great truths that they like to have a good go at and try and turn us away from. But if you read what she says here, she's explaining that our level of consciousness, which we think that's it, this is life, this is where we're at, this is our reality, is anything but the truth. And when we do things to raise our consciousness, we meet new realities and ever better situations and better outcomes. So that is a sort of a great inspiration for working to raise things up. Now, and what she found was that the higher she went, the more things change for the better. Quicker.
Oh, Kipper, sorry.
We've got the scale of consciousness now.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Has anyone seen this before?
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. It's such a good demonstration of reality that we're in. So,
Just one proviso, the middle bit, third, fourth, fifth dimension, doesn't completely tie in with what we're wanting to get across, but all of David Hawkins'
yeah.
information
So that's
down
not
the
from his
side.
book, is it? I know the levels are.
Yes.
This is,
Exactly.
but not
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So we're not looking at that bit, just
So-
to say.
So the main thing to know is that this is a scale of consciousness that covers all of everything in this world.
Yeah.
And we start off maybe in our creation, when we start off down here many lives ago, and we're slowly working our way up to the top. And mankind at the moment, according to David Hawkins, the majority of mankind have not come past this level of courage here at 200. So they're all in these negative emotions down here. But the good news is, and I'm sort of making a prediction here, that most of us are above 200, maybe all of us, because we're all quite conscious beings, aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
Now the great thing is, the reason why this is a triangle shape and it's smaller down here and bigger up here is because, explained by David Hawkins, one great enlightened avatar who comes to Earth and vibrates at 1,000 here, raises up the whole of mankind, all people on the Earth, into the positive vibrations. Just one avatar, one man vibrating at that high frequency. This is so powerful, this vibration here. And what I'm thinking is all of us are up here somewhere. And the thing is that one of us vibrating up here is holding thousands and thousands of lower people and bringing them up to this higher consciousness. And what David Hawkins says is that at the moment, the world is at just above 200 here in totality. So that is fantastic because we're just into the positive. The forces that are ruling the world at the moment want to take us down here into fear, grief, apathy, shame, and yeah, all the negative emotions. So what we can do just by being here and vibrating, you know, in a normal way and not being fearful of anything and having courage and acceptance, willingness, is to lift everything up. So we're thinking, I spoke to a few people and they're thinking that
Stewart, can I say you said the forces that are you ruling the world. Can I say that they think they are, and I don't think they are anymore. I want to put
We
that
agree,
positive.
Ray.
Yes, I know.
We
So
agree.
You're
I'm
talking about
just slightly correcting
the
Stewart
people
there.
behind what's going on.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Well, we're not hanging out because we haven't got time
Yeah.
to get into that discussion. at the
that's a
moment.
big discussion.
It's a
and,
massive discussion. We're just going to run through
Yeah.
and
So-
things will become clearer.
Yeah, what we're saying is that naturally we're keeping things just above, but we can see the state of the world as that's going on.
We need to raise it
What we want
higher.
to do is to introduce ways of raising things up even more so that it doesn't take many of us, just like a room full of us can have a dramatic effect on the consciousness of the world because we have so much power at these higher frequencies.
These higher frequencies, divine
Any
grace,
higher frequencies.
any
right,
higher frequencies.
Is-
That's right.
is-
I agree.
is holding things
We
up.
can feel it, can't
So-
we? You can feel this, that you make a difference to the people around you in a positive way if you can transmute negative situations into positive situations. If rather than somebody's had a go at you, they have a go back, that's 200. If somebody has a go, you reflect that person is angry, and so we stay calm in a good vibration. Maybe we cry inside because we feel upset, and that's cool, but we don't need to offer anger back. So that's how we raise up the scale. So this is David Hawkins, amazing guy, and he was an enlightened man. You can read many, many books, and all these enlightened masters have different mistresses, masters have different characters, they all have different personalities, and he is profound, accessible and humorous, isn't he? He is just an awesome place to start, and he is like a bridge for us between, you know, stage 1 and going up to these other masters. We call them masters, they're female and male. They're not, and we happen to be talking about men here because they're the ones that we know most about. But it's women and men, and our main teacher, George, can you open the door? Oh, it's opened, it's activated. We're in the activators room, and the door was being activated. It's interesting, it's been locked all this time. We're locked in, we can get out, but you can't get in. So our main teacher, George King, has been ridiculed, and that's what happens to these beings at the top, because they are totally misunderstood. Because as David Hawkins said, the level of consciousness on this planet, and it's really worth repeating this, is below 200. It's only when we reach bravery that we get above 200.
It's the majority of mankind.
Yes, the majority of mankind.
Yeah.
So that's how important this is. If we raise our consciousness, this evil cannot exist on this planet. That's it. Basta finito. That's why this is the simple and profound answer to all our problems. But, as Stewart said when we came in, this requires work. This requires more work than we have ever done in our lives. And I can tell you that I'm doing it, and I'm loving it. Because if we work hard doing good things for everybody, boy does it make us feel good. And boy do we get energy. Does everybody what do you think about that?
My question is that sometimes, because I've been following Hawkins and the level of consciousness, and I find the table really, really useful.
Yes.
I can see myself going from one to the other.
And you can go up and down,
but
can't
you can fluctuate.
Absolutely. You can go down into furious anger and depression, and then up into some high peak of wonder and beauty.
I think what he says is that will happen.
Yeah.
But you know, because I've been following him for some years now,
Yeah.
he started me off. But after a while, it then becomes part of you, and then you stop the fluctuation.
Yeah.
But initially, you will fluctuate until you find yourself at maybe acceptance level.
Yes.
And peace. And
Thank you, Eddie. That's so true. Yeah.
But don't you fluctuate because there will be aspects of your life where you have courage.
Yes.
But other aspects where, for example, you're still
Yes.
in the fear level. So do you work out your level on this scale? Do you work it out like on an average?
That's
Or
interesting.
do you work it
Interesting
out-
Just
question.
keep doing the good stuff.
Just keep
and
doing the
things
good
will
stuff.
rise up.
That's
Just
right.
being positive.
Yeah.
You don't want to concentrate on the other stuff, do you? You just want to rise things up and realise at the end of the day, reincarnation is a fact as far as we're concerned. And now the jury's out because
You
they
have to-
don't want us to know
yeah.
this stuff. They took it out of the Bible when it was first put together. And karma is one of the laws of the universe. So as we sow, so we reap, as Jesus said. What we give out, we get back. It's a fundamental law. So the more good we send out, the more the universe will support us and good will come back to us. It's like you smile at someone, they smile back at you in a simple way. That is the way things work. So the more we're sending out love, you know, in that practice we showed you at the beginning, bringing down the light, the violet flame, sending out love to the world, to your family, to any world situation, you're raising things up. And as George King, who was a great master of yoga and karma, he said every second of every day you are manipulating your karma for good or bad.
By making choices.
Every second, every microsecond is the thoughts that you have are changing your reality one way or another. And the thoughts that we send out make our future. This is a very interesting slide.
This is an example.
Has
of
anyone
this.
heard of the random number generator? Ray is the top man here. So
Just
random,
older.
this is just a machine that just randomly picks ones or zeros, or ones or twos, or yes or no, designed by scientists, and they devised these machines to do experiments to find out if our consciousness can affect these. Right, so
Oh, okay.
as you see here, this is the baseline random number generator. That middle white line is just, that's like 50-50. If you flick a coin, for instance, you get 50-50. This is, the blue one is actually what happens. So it just waves about and it works out its average. If there no one's interfering, and no one's trying to make anything happen. This is what happens when, as it says here, conscious intention is to make the line go up, or conscious intention is to make the line go down. So you have someone sitting in front of the machine thinking that they want it to go one way or the other. These experiments have proved that beyond the chances of 1,000,000 to 1 or 1,000,000,000 to 1, that this is random. This is not random. This is our consciousness changing reality, which we can all do. And the higher our vibration, the more powerful our effect is. So this is like fantastic information. It's what the mainstream and the people in charge don't want us to know.
Not the people in charge, the people who maybe think they're in charge.
Yeah.
They want to suppress
Yeah.
our divine connection and our
And any time there is any
Possibilities.
positive news, they will try and say, yeah, there's positive news, but then at the end of it, they'll try and put the dampers on it and take you back down again. So to be aware of that,
Yeah.
you know, that's the way they all work.
It is. So we keep, how many people know this? Yeah, we know it. So what's useful is to stick around people who embody this. People who will not be knocked down. You know, it's so easy to be knocked down, to feel knocked down by situations, and just walk away from them and do nature, all the things that we talked about, sea swimming. If you feel overwrought, overtired, stressed out by a conversation, I just go down to the sea. Luckily I do live 5 minutes from the sea. Dive into the cold sea, or you come out and you just feel refreshed. That's Mother Earth healing. We've covered that because we've just talked about that. And this is,
This is an amazing letter from someone of very high consciousness from the Nexus magazine. It's just a letter that was written in, just describing this man's experience. So, I mean, can you all see that?
Yeah.
Can you read it?
There's so much to share with you, you know, on this. So he says, I experience pure thoughts becoming light and light in turn precipitating down into matter, slowing and congealing, and finally appearing as earth, and all that therein is. Creation is ongoing, constant, 24/7. Everything is being held in manifestation, even inert so-called matter. Everything is carved out of the breath, the thought of God, every second of every day, including us. So from our yogi master
Where's
and his
the
master,
end of that letter?
I think we didn't put it in, but this is from one of our main teachers, the Master Aetherius, who's a master from Venus, and we're talking about interplanetary masters, and the powers that think they are absolutely don't want you to think that life is on other planets, but it's everywhere. But it's not in the physical, denser form that we take on. And the Master Aetherius says, you, us, we are solidified sunlight.
That's lovely.
Simple, isn't it? This is our background, you know about us. We're here to evolve. You know, we found that we can use the practical knowledge of those ones who've gone before us. There's a lot of talk at the moment about you don't need a teacher. If you were going to learn to be a carpenter,
Yeah.
wouldn't you get a good teacher? If you were going to learn to do calligraphy, wouldn't it be handy to meet somebody who knew some of the techniques, what colours to use, how to make your inks, how to design? Why would we not want a teacher? How many people think that we're just on our own in this and we've got to struggle along without a teacher?
You try and reinvent the wheel each day.
Yeah. I mean, no. If I want to learn something, I'm here, I'm absorbing, I'm sure we all are, so much. We've got so many teachers here. That's why we're here, isn't it? If we thought we could do it all on our own, we wouldn't bother to come. We wouldn't be sitting in here. So, yes, this, who can we trust? How do you know you can trust us? What are your criteria for trusting people? How do you know that this man that you met down at a seminar in a field, or something in a field, who's been to Sirius B, what's his credentials for going there? How do you know? So many people trust. It's almost like they've got like a, it sounds interesting and fascinating, let's follow that person. No, I'm not interested in that. I want a map. I want to see that all the maps line up. If you're trying to get across Bath, you want a good map, don't you? Otherwise you're going to get lost. You're going to be down a little blind alley, which I was last night practically. So we need to learn to discriminate and trust our own judgment. And if people are really negative about something, do look into it. Because that's my curiosity is one of our top things on the personality scale. And we're so curious, we want to look more. Let's go into that Pandora's box, because these beings are awesome. Why would you not want to look at them and find out what they've done? And the mystic traditions are all aligned. They're just spokes going into the hub. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
The hub of the wheel. And we can follow any one of them. We've all got our own amazing, wonderful paths. You don't, just as I say, find a teacher, but if that teacher doesn't resonate after a while, find another one. Get off that bus and, get onto another one. Don't feel that you've got to follow somebody and then you're going to go over a cliff. No, get off quickly. Find the teachers that inspire you, that make you feel good. How many people think that's a good idea?
Well, the thing is, it's credentials. What are the credentials of the people you're listening to? Have they risen the Kundalini? Are they true masters? Or are they, you know, just someone who's just come along? So that to
Making
us,
some money out
Yes,
of
but
it.
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're not interested in that.
Yeah.
Next slide.
So
Oh,
this
the
is
one.
about discrimination. We can't go into all this. We haven't got enough time.
I can tell you a couple of things about Vivekananda that I love. And he said that when his pupils would come up to him and say, Master, Master, what should I do? He said simply, do what's in front of you. Isn't that great? Isn't that simple? Just the universe is putting in front of you what you need to be doing next. And whatever it is, that's what needs to be done.
It's the same message of Eckhart Tolle. Be in the moment. And if somebody has spilt something, maybe we need to clear it up before we run on to do the next, job. This is our awesome main teacher. It makes me cry when I talk about him. He was an incredible man. This is a hill that we live beside, near to us. It's called Holston Down in Combe Martin, Devon. This, he's using Tibetan mudra here. These people are the mantra team. They're chanting
And they
mantra.
put their hands up
See
like
how
we
they
were
put
doing
their
earlier,
hands?
sending out energy. He's picking up with his antenna. That's the yoga mudra. And he's directing the energy into this device here that he designed, which is a battery, but it doesn't contain electrical energy, it contains prayer energy. And they can store 1,000 prayer hours of energy in there, so that whenever there's any terrible things in the world, which there are all the time, or wars, they concentrate that energy and send it out in a very short space of time to send waves of very potent spiritual energy to uplift everything. When there's peace talks, they send this energy out. When they've moved hurricanes away from land, they've stopped wars. They've been doing this for many years, these guys. And he was the one who devised this battery. First time in this civilization that it's been done. He was a master of yoga. He could see these energies, and his main task was to help the karma of mankind, because it's so bad that what we've done to the Mother Earth as a living, breathing being, the debt we owe to the Mother Earth is so great.
But she's not dying.
That he devised many ways for us to make token repayments to the Mother Earth to help our karma, so that our outcomes improved, basically.
That's right.
You
Thank
know.
you, Stuart. And
Yeah.
just to say that we've got 5 minutes remaining, so and we want to practice prayer.
Yeah.
So that's our last practice that we
So
want to.
it was
introduce
George
you to.
King who was a master of yoga, a master of many different yogas.
Kundalini, Karma,
Yeah. So
Mudra Yoga,
what he taught was that
Hatha Yoga.
the practice we showed at the beginning, bringing up the violet flame, bringing down the white light, holding the hands up, and then doing dynamic prayer. So where you put all your feelings and into what you're doing is the way ahead to send out energy. So, you're speaking to the universe. We're like God in manifestation, if you like. So, God, who is the creator, is everything, is waiting for us to act. And it wants us to be whatever we do. If we're sending out negative energy, so be it. But we want to send out positive energy and uplift everything. And it probably prefers that, because that's the way things are designed to evolve and to improve. So we just like to do a little practice. I can just say a little prayer.
Yes. So we're going
The
to.
Lord's Prayer.
Yes, that would be lovely.
So this is a prayer that comes from the Master Jesus, who worked through George King, as all many great masters did. So should we just do this together?
Yeah.
So just to finish up, this is going to uplift everything and send energy out to the world to help everything,
Sit
right?
down, stand up.
We want
if
to
you'd
just
like
finish with this.
Stand.
if
We
you like.
can stand up if you'd like to. Yeah, anybody can sit
Or
down.
sit down, yeah. So what we're doing is, to begin with, we're going to bring up the violet flame again. So if you close your eyes.
You can put your thumb into your fingers like that, because that is like a mudra to get you ready before
Yeah.
you put your hands up. It's
Okay.
holding energy.
So let's
Yeah.
all visualise the violet flame coming up once more. And rising up through the bodies, through the aura as well. Up above the head as far as we can see. So we're encased in this uplifting and protective violet energy, which is good to use at any time when you need protection, when you're driving your car, or any time you feel
Before
unsafe.
you drive your car.
So we're bringing up the violet flame now. And we're thanking the great Mother Earth for this energy. And now we're detaching and bringing down another beam of light into the top of the head, cleansing every atom in the brain, allowing it to flow down, out from the heart centre, 6 inches in front of the breastbone. So visualise that brilliant beam flowing out from you, down the arms and out of the hands.
Hold up the hands.
Hold up the hands. And I'll say
Fingers
this
together.
prayer. You will both say it in
And
plural.
you can just feel and visualise the white light coming out like a beam through the hands and the heart centre.
Oh,
O
divine and wondrous Spirit, O everlasting Lord of hosts, send forth now through us this great and lasting power. Allow us, O mighty God, the lasting privilege of radiating to all the world thy great love, so that those who suffer may be given the power and energy to rise above their weaknesses. O mighty God, in great humility do I ask you to send forth your power to give to us this great lasting privilege of being channels, so that our suffering brothers may be helped and guided and healed and lifted into thy light, so that they who know not may look up, and in doing so receive through their higher selves your divine counsel. Almighty God, this day have you granted us a divine privilege. We ask you now to give to us the strength, so that never again will we turn from our inner vision of you. Om Shanti, 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 in praise of your greatness, O God, do our souls sing. Grant them energy to sing on forever and forever.
And then we're going to finish off by a sealing mudra, where you put the left hand out in front of you and you swipe the right hand across. It's turning off the taps. Thank you very much, everyone. That's right. We've got, actually we forgot to bring our books in. We've got it there under the free humanity table. I'll tell you what, I'll bring it down and put it on reception. Or maybe we can find it for you now. Anyone who's interested, because you've only got 10 minutes now, haven't we, till the next thing, but I can show you the book. And actually, if you want us, we are at Cranley House, Martin. We're one of the raffle prizes. If you put Cranley House Yoga, Martin will come up.